SportsWire Video. Hey sports fans, Kevin the editor here. Here's a quick interview with Cedartown Recreation Director Jeff Hulsey, featured in the latest episode of the SportsWire Round Table podcast. Make sure to go check that out and listen to Andrew, Logan, and myself talk all things sports. You can find the latest episode in a post from Sunday. For now, enjoy this interview with Jeff Hulsey. We'll be back with more video on Wednesday. All right, Jeff, thanks for sitting down and talking to me again about recreation sports.
Yes.
Let's get right into it. First off, let's talk about the Challenger League, the Dream League, is what we're calling it, Cedartown Dream League.
It's really good. We let all the kids pick out actually draw what they wanted on the shirt, and that's the one they came up with. I thought it was great. And the kids are the one that came up with the Cedartown Dream League.
That's neat.
And so we're going to have a meeting on February the 15th at 6:30 here at the Rec Center. That'll be the last meeting. So if you're not signed up by now, you have to be signed up by then.
Okay.
And that'll give us time to get our plan together and how we're going to do this and things like that. So if you're already signed up, come that night. If you're wanting to volunteer, come that night. We just need a real good turnout for the 15th.
Talk a little bit about what inspired us to work towards getting a Dream League together like this, and how the community has really come together with that. Like, right. I imagine we're having a lot of people really interested.
Yes. Well, Kevin, my dad, he worked for disability children for probably 40 years, and so I've always been around that. And then David Fowler, he came to me one day and just asked me about starting the league. And what inspired him was he got thinking about these kids that don't get invited to birthday parties. They don't get invited to spend the night parties. They don't get invited to different things that kids without disabilities get invited to, even sleepovers. A lot of times, because sometimes these kids have to have 24-hour care. And so I was looking around, and even in our community as a whole in Polk County, there's nothing for those children. And so I wanted to do something for them. I wanted to do for them to experience part of being on a team, developing friendships, and then also the same thing for their parents. I want their parents to be able to come to a ball game. They get to watch their kids actually perform on the field and go to the concession stand, get a hot dog, just be a parent and enjoy the atmosphere that other parents have got to over the years. That's what inspired me more. I wanted to bring that to Polk County.
That's great. That's really great. Do we have a number yet of how many kids have signed up?
We're right at 10.
Okay.
But like I said, it's just they're starting to trickle in. I think they're starting to get the flyers from the schools.
Gotcha.
And so now, because my phone's been ringing off the hook now, and getting more and more interest in it, and people like you and the radio station, stuff like that, have helped tremendously, because that's the only way we can get the word out. And so I want to encourage people, we want them, if you say, well, they're in a wheelchair, I'm not worried about that. We'll roll them around. And we just want them to participate, have fun. What we're going to do, my plan is to get there, split them, if you got enough for 2 teams, that's my goal, is to have at least 2 teams. We'll split them up evenly, and we're going to just play a game of baseball. We'll put the ball on the tee, and if that child is not able to hit, then one of our coaches will help them hit the ball and then get them to first base and then get them to second base. And for about an hour and a half, we're just going to have fun with them.
That's great. I imagine plans are in the future, maybe, if we can get enough kids involved, is to get involved with the league up in Rome as well, because I know they have one, and they have that special baseball stadium right next to State Mutual.
Kevin, I would love to see Cedartown have that same type field here. And so I'm hoping once the community really gets seeing this, and they are, because about every banner we've sold this year for sports has been for this league. They all want their banner there. And so that's a good sign that if we can get the community leaders behind us, that even in the future, we can have our own field for these kids and maybe have artificial turf. But you got to get started. You got to have somebody that's going to start it and go with it, and then we'll go from there.
And we're working on it. But in the meantime, we also have regular rec sports going on too.
Yeah.
And I imagine that signups are wrapped up for that now,
Yes.
and we're getting our teams together. What is that looking like this year for spring?
We are doing great. Baseball's over 200, soccer's over 200. I'm really proud of our girls softball. Last year we had enough for one team in each age. We've doubled that. This
Wow.
year we're going to have two teams in each age. And I know a lot of people say, well, that ain't a lot. You got to crawl before you can run. And so we're looking forward to that. And we've got great directors that's going to be taking care of that. We're looking for a great year. On March the 19th is going to be our opening day parade starting at 9 o'clock. And the new league is going to be a part of that also. And so we're looking for a great day in that.
Talk about the parade, where we start in the parade. The parade obviously ends here. We're at the recreation center where baseball
Yes.
and softball is played, and soccer as well. So, well, except for Goodyear Park, we'll have soccer there this year too. But
Yes.
where's the parade starting this year?
The parade will start behind First Baptist Church. We'll come down College Street, and turn on like Jewel Peak.
Okay.
And then come to here. And then the opening ceremonies will be on the football field here at Burtwood Park.
Fantastic facilities out here this year. Any improvements that you guys can talk about?
We've been painting the dugouts. We brought new infield mix in on the fields. We've finally got field 6 and 7 that was typically abandoned for many years. We've got them. That's where our girls is going to be playing. That's why we were able to put the Challenger League over Biggersfield, because that opened us up a field. So a lot of work's been going on here to make it look better, and we're just excited about it.
Anything else you want to add, Jeff? It's rare that we actually get to sit down and talk to each other, although past 2 months we've seen each other more than I think we've seen each other in 2 years.
It's been great. It's just been exciting. It's an exciting time to be a part of Cedartown Recreation, and I hope that people see the perception of that. I feel like the perception has changed. If you got any questions about any of this, you can always call us here at 770-748-7783. Any questions about the new league or anything like that. Also, if you'd like to sponsor one of the banners, it's $150. Your name goes on the banner, and you can pick what park you want it put up at, and we'll be more than glad to do that. That helps support the leagues, and it helps offsets the cost of especially this league, since there is no fee. And so sponsorship is really supported.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you, Kevin.
Appreciate it. I'm Kevin, the editor, and thanks for tuning into this Polk Sports Wire video. Check out free local sports content at polksportswire.com. Help the channel grow by giving this video a like. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when new videos are added to the channel. Find ways to support Polk Sports Wire in the description, along with links to our Facebook and Twitter.